I'm back with another video, and thank you guys for tuning in today. Today I'm going to be doing a video to try to help the people that's been asking questions about increasing sales. I'm just going to be basically telling you some of the things that I've tried and trying to give you some ideas of what can help your business. So hopefully I'll be able to help you guys out. The first thing that you do once you decide you're starting a t-shirt business, and I know a lot of the people who have been asking this question have already started their business and they're just wondering, why they're not getting the sales that they feel they should be. But the first thing that you should do is find your target audience, and in order to do that, you need to see who are the people that you want to sell to. Like, what type of shirts do you want to print? What people in your area do you feel may need shirts? And some of these can include things like churches, small businesses. Sometimes the bigger businesses, they already have their people, and sometimes you can also try dealing with some of the schools. You can try like parent shirts and stuff like that if they have kids that play sports, and some schools do spirit shirts. So that's kind of to give you an idea of what your target audience could be. And it could be some things that I didn't mention, but when I started my t-shirt business, the first thing that I did before it was actually really a business, I used to only sell to people that I knew, friends, family, and stuff like that. Once I decided this was what I wanted to do, and I felt like I could really do it, I had the confidence in it and everything. Once you find your target audience, or your target, the people that you want to sell to, then you have to find a way to reach out to them. Sometimes you can do designs on social media and post them. You can always wear designs if you make really nice designs, and if you know a kid that's in school or a kid that plays a sport and you give them one of the shirts, a lot of times that's all it takes. They'll go and they will advertise for you by wearing this shirt, and if it's something that other people want, they're going to ask where they got it from and all the details, and you just have to make sure you're prepared to make the rest of the shirts when the people come. Okay, so that's the first thing. You find your target audience and you try to find out how to reach out to them and get your advertising, get them to see your work. That's the number one thing. And the second thing would be to build a portfolio. Now, a portfolio is basically any of the designs that you have printed, any work that you have done. An easy thing to do, most of us have the cell phones now, and we can take pictures with our phones. Snap a picture, post it online. I feel like Instagram is a really good place to do that. Have an Instagram for your business, and post your shirts online. Because a lot of people, even if they know you do t-shirts, because my shop right here has been open for over 8 years, and I still have people that come in that I feel like kind of are doubting or don't know what to expect from me, even though I do have samples in my shop that they can look at, they could touch, feel, and different businesses that I've done for, I have some of their work, and I tell them when they come in here, when they seem like they're just like, I don't know, but you're always gonna have a few people like that. I don't have many like that, but a lot of times once you do the first order for them, they'll see how you do and they'll be coming back. So in order to build up your portfolio, you can print shirts for yourself, for your family. I know some, I don't really like dealing with my family when it comes to a lot of things because they always want deals. But when you're working on your portfolio, any shirts that you produce or anything that you print, anything that you design, that is your portfolio. So you use that and you continue to take the pictures and everything so that you have proof of work that you have done so that you can show the people. And once you get a good portfolio and you can kind of show some of your work, then people see, okay, I can see this what they're working with right here, and they can make the decision from there whether they want to do business with you or not. Another thing that you could do is create flyers and have business cards. And the thing with the creating flyers, you can hand out a few flyers to people if you create the smaller flyers. If you live in places where you can post flyers, you can go around and put flyers up around town, kind of letting people know what you offer and where you're located and how to contact you and things like that. And that's pretty much kind of trying to just get your name out there. Another thing you can do is run specials. Like, you know, sometimes when you're in business, things may have went pretty good for you at one point, and then sometimes it slows down. Well, one way to get people in there is to run specials. If you run a special, if your shirts usually cost $20 if you buy less than a certain amount of shirts, well, you can run a special for, like, you can get a certain number of shirts for $100 or however much money. And when people see stuff like that, that'll make them want to go ahead and order some shirts because they can save a little bit of money. Then even with the specials, you can do things like incentive programs where if somebody recommends somebody, you can give them a certain percentage off, or like give them a free shirt with their next order of a certain amount. Things like that. You know, those are a few things that you can do to try to get more people in. You know, anytime somebody can save money or get something extra or feel like they're getting a good deal, you know, people want to save money. So when you're offering specials and deals and stuff like that, you know, that's another way to get people in. Okay, another way is to advertise by wearing your clothing. Like if you have a clothing line or something like that, you can wear your clothing line. You can get your friends and family to wear it also. You can wear t-shirts that tell what you do. You can make some kind of little catchy slogan or design and put your info on there. And when you do this, be sure to have business cards, because sometimes people will see your shirt, they want to do business with you, or they may just want to know where you're located for whatever reason. And when you have a business card, or I always give people at least 2 business cards, because if they have the one business card, they can keep it, and then, you know, they may know somebody else that needs shirts or something, and they can pass that one along. You know, that's another way that you could do, is by, you know, advertising by wearing printed t-shirts and stuff like that. And some of the other things that I wanted to talk about in this video that I feel like are important is customer service. If you have a customer that comes to you for some t-shirts, even though this customer may be hard to deal with, try to give your best customer service. You know, and if it's someone that is really a problem and you just do not want to deal with them anymore, sometimes recommending them to the competition or something, or, you know, just telling them that you aren't able to do the design, or, you know, I don't really know what to tell you if it's someone that's real hard to deal with, because I have a few customers that have come in that are like that, that's hard to deal with, that I would rather not have to deal with. But, you know, we can't just be rude to them, because when you be mean to them, you know, a lot of people know how these people are. Like if I had a customer that was a hard to deal with customer and they came to my shop and I was nice to them, and I still kind of dealt with them in a way that wasn't rude, even though they might have been rude or something like that, someone still might ask them about doing shirts, and they can tell you, yeah, that person was okay or whatever. But if they come in here and I'm rude to them because they're rude to me, or I treat them in a way because they treat me in a way, then they're going to tell the people, yeah, that person was rude to me at her shop and this and that. Even though that person may know that this person is hard to deal with, they could still come and try to do business with you. But because that person told them that you were rude to them, that's always something that could make it like 50-50 whether they would come to your shop or not. So customer service is always very important, you know, especially when you're dealing with a business like this, because unless you have an online business, and still if you have an online business, in a way customer service is important, because you're not dealing directly with the customer, but you want them to have a good experience. You don't want to send them shirts and they have problems and you don't try to fix the problems, or you don't reply to them, stuff like that. But I feel like customer service is one of the main things, and that's another way you could increase business, because if people have a good experience, if you have a good experience with something, you're going to tell people about it. If you have a bad experience with it, you're going to also tell them about that. So when people ask about people who've done business with you, you want them to relay a good and positive message to them, and that may, you know, they might need some shirts one day, and that may be a way to generate more business. Another thing I feel like it's very important also is your designs. You don't want to just throw together designs. You want to try to do nice designs for your people. You know, some people want simple stuff, some people want extravagant stuff, and I'm not saying go and try to do something that you are incapable of doing, but if you want people to come back, make some unique designs, make the designs that the people like. If they come up with something, like in a minute I'm going to show you guys a shirt that I did a while back. When I first got the concept from the customer, I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but I ended up putting a little thought into it and came up with something, and they really loved it. And the lady came back and she told me that the parents really loved the shirts, because it was actually for a baseball team. And the next year, actually this summer, this was last summer when she ordered the original shirts, and she came back this year to order again. So, you know, when you make someone happy like that, you know, and give them a good product, they will come back. So you want to produce quality products. You don't want to give people messed up prints. You know, you want to do good work and give them quality products, because if you are spending your money, you don't want to pay for something that's not that good of quality, or poor quality, or not a good print, or a poor design. You want to do some nice stuff where people will see your stuff and they'll want to ask who printed that shirt. So that's all I have for that. All right, so now I want to talk about the reasons why you may not be selling shirts. The first thing I'm going to say is people don't know about you. If people don't know about you, then it's no way that they can do business with you. You have to get out and do some advertising. You have to let people know about you. Social media is a big help with that. And when you speak to people in public, even, you know, having on a t-shirt with a catchy slogan or your information on it, you know, stuff like that. And another thing is not having a big enough portfolio. Now, if you only have a couple of shirts that you've printed, you know, you wanna get that portfolio up. So everything that you do, any shirt that you do in the beginning, you need to at least take a picture of it and have it posted on social media, or have it saved on your phone or on your computer or somewhere, so that you can show it to the customer. Because I feel like a lot of people, they want to see what type of work you do. People are different. Some people deal better with seeing things. Some people can actually visualize stuff in their head. So everybody's not the same. So having a good portfolio with a lot of different items that you've printed, I feel like is something that can increase your sales. And if you don't have a good portfolio, or don't really have a lot of shirts, they think they're dealing with a novice or someone who doesn't really know what they're doing. You know, you don't want people to think you're inexperienced, so they don't want to do business with you. And you got to treat people right. You always have to treat people right. Don't do work. You know, if people come in here and they want something, if it's something you can't do, be honest with them and tell them. If you only have a one color press, tell them I can only print one color right now, you know. Or, you know, if they're ordering a big order, just be honest with them. Tell them right now you only can print one color, and you know you eventually gonna upgrade, and you don't want to tell them you can do something that you can't do and mess up their order. You know, you got to treat people right, give people good service. And that's about all that I have for today. It may be some things that I failed to mention, but if I did, you still have a question about it, you can leave the question below and I'll try to answer it as soon as I can. If it's something that I left out that you want to add, you can add it below and maybe it can help someone out. And I thank you for watching. If you like the video, be sure to hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And y'all be sure to tune in on Sundays at 3:30 p.m. Central Time when I do my live streams. I answer a lot of questions there for you, and we discuss a lot of different topics. And I am planning to do a giveaway soon as I reach 5,000 subscribers. So right now I'm thinking, depending on who wins, I can either buy them a heat press or a screen printing press, you know, just depending on who wins and which one they choose. And I'll probably have like at least 2 other items to give away too, some smaller items. If you're interested in any of the equipment or supplies that I use in my videos, be sure to check below in the description box for the links. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.